So here students, you can see barrier potential and the depletion region. So here see this is a p-type region, this is a n-type region. P-type region, holes are the majority carriers, electrons are the minority carriers in p region, and the conduction of the current due to the holes is known as hole current, and the current conduction due to the electrons is known as electron current. Total current is equal to hole current plus electron current. Okay, and in n region, the electrons are the majority carriers and the holes are the minority carriers. What is this? So the immobile negative charges in the p region and the immobile positive charges in the n region, this form the depletion region. I repeat, this part and from between, the width between this is known as, the area between this is known as depletion region, and this point, particular point, is known as junction, PN junction, PN junction. So this is the n region, electrons are majority carriers. This is the p region, holes are the majority carriers. This, the distance between this immobile, the distance is this one and this one. The area between these two terminals is known as depletion region. In the forward biasing, what happens? The diode, we have studied about the diode, students. This is a two-terminal diode with an anode and a cathode are the two terminals. When we apply the p-type, P to positive terminal of the battery and the n-type to the negative terminal of the battery, it is known as forward biasing. It is known as forward biasing. So what do you mean by biasing? Biasing is nothing but applying the external DC voltage to any electronic device. We can forward bias the device or we can reverse bias the device. So we have already studied about the forward biasing. So forward biasing is nothing but connecting the p-type to the positive terminal of the battery and connecting the n-type to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is forward biasing, right? So here let me talk about this. I have already told this depletion region, but I want to talk about the barrier potential. Due to these immobile positive charges on the n side and the negative charges on the p side, because of these charges there exists a electric field. There exists a electric field across the junction, where across this junction there exists a electric field, and this electric field creates potential difference across the junction, and that is known as barrier potential. It is also known as junction potential or cut-in voltage of PN junction. The barrier potential is also known as, I'll just write here, barrier potential is also known as cut-in voltage of PN junction. Cut-in voltage of PN junction. Mark it with double stars. Barrier potential is also known as cut-in voltage of the PN junction. This barrier potential depends on several parameters. The barrier potential depends on, first, the type of semiconductor used. Second, the donor impurity added, whether it is a trivalent impurity added, whether it is a pentavalent impurity added, which type of impurity we are going to add in order to change the characteristics of the intrinsic semiconductor. And next, the acceptor impurity is added. It also, the barrier potential also depends on the temperature, and it also depends on the intrinsic concentration. Okay, so this barrier potential is also called the depletion, height of the depletion region. This one I am showing it here. The barrier potential is called the height of the depletion region, and it is expressed in volts. The barrier potential is expressed in volts. Symbolically, it is also called as Vj or V naught or V gamma. V gamma. Barrier potential is also the height of the depletion region. Depletion region. Okay. So this is about the depletion region. Here this area is known as depletion region, and due to this depletion region there exists, due to these charges in the depletion region, there exists an electric field across the junction, and this creates the potential difference across the junction, which is nothing but barrier potential. It is also called as cut-in voltage of PN junction. Cut-in voltage of PN junction. So we have already studied about the diode. The diode is a very popular semiconductor device, PN junction device. It has two terminals, anode and cathode, which is P-type. P-type here, this P-type, this is P-type. It is called as anode, and this is N-type. This is known as cathode. So next, so I have told you already biasing. Biasing is nothing but applying external voltage to the device. So we have two types of biasing: forward biasing and reverse biasing. So forward biasing is nothing but connecting the diode. This is a P-type, this is N-type. Connecting the P terminal to the positive of the terminal of the battery, and connecting the N-type to the negative terminal of the battery is nothing but forward biasing. And reverse biasing is reverse biasing is, this is P-type, this is N-type. Connecting the P-type to the negative terminal of the battery and connecting the N-type terminal to the positive terminal of the battery is nothing but reverse biasing the diode. I hope it is clear. Biasing, forward biasing and reverse biasing. So in the forward biasing, as I have already told, when I apply the voltage to the diode, okay, more than the barrier potential, as I have explained you, when I apply the voltage, voltage means voltage of the battery. When I apply the voltage of the battery more than the barrier potential, what happens is the negative terminal of the battery pushes the electrons, and positive terminal of the battery pushes the holes from P to N region. Thus holes get repelled and crosses the junction, and also electrons get repelled. So because of this, the depletion width reduces. And this one I have explained in the previous class, the forward biasing. In forward biasing, what happens? Here the positive terminal of the battery pushes the P to N region, and the negative terminal of the battery pushes the electrons to P region, and hence the width of the depletion region reduces. The width of the depletion region reduces. Width of the depletion region reduces in the forward biasing. Okay. And what happens? The large majority carriers constitute the carriers will be there. So those constitute a current. Once the conduction enters the P region, they becomes the electrons, and then they move from hole to the positive terminal of the battery. And movement of electrons or the movement of the holes is nothing but the region. Nothing but the current. The movement of the holes or the movement of the electrons is nothing but the current. If the current is due to the hole, it is known as hole current. If the current is due to the N region because of the electrons, then it is known as electron current. Okay. So this current is due to nothing but majority charge carriers. In the N type, majority carriers are electrons. In the P type, majority carriers are the holes. So in the forward bias, what happens? Both the hole current and the electron current flows, and it reduces the depletion region. So in today's class, so that was about the forward biasing. So in today's class, I'll be talking about the reverse biasing. So those were the revision of today's class. Till whatever I told till now, it was the revision. Now today's fresh topic, reverse biasing of PN junction diode. So let us see what is reverse biasing. So external DC voltage is connected in such a way that the P region terminal of the PN junction is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and the N region of the PN junction is connected to positive terminal of the battery. This biasing condition is called as reverse biasing of a PN junction. So let me be very clear. Reverse biasing means connecting P region to the negative terminal and N region to the positive terminal of the battery. So this is, in very simple words, reverse biasing means connecting P region to the negative terminal of the battery and N region to the positive terminal of the battery. So in simply we can show in the form of the symbol. This is a diode symbol. It's the minus, this is plus. Okay, this is a P, this is N, this is a diode, this is a R, this is a battery. So this shows the reverse biasing of the diode. It is a symbolic representation of the reverse biasing of the PN junction diode. So now let me explain with the help of the figure. So these are the two terminals, okay, ohmic contact, and next we are showing the flow of electrons and holes. The negative, this is the positive, this is a battery which supplies the voltage to the diode. So here we have the P region, here we have the N region, here we have the N region, and here we have the junction, electrons, holes, so this is immobile negative ions, these are immobile negative ions, and these are immobile positive ions. So you can see here, students, the very important point, the width of the depletion region is widened. Depletion region widens in the reverse bias. So here we can see the operation. Whenever the PN junction, this is the P and this is N and this is the junction. So whenever the PN junction is reverse biased, the negative terminal attract the holes. Here you can see the negative terminal attracts the holes. These are the holes. And next, these are the, so negative terminal attracts the holes in the P region away from the junction, and the positive terminal attracts the electrons, and the negative terminal attracts the holes. We all know that the positive terminal of the battery attracts the electron and the negative terminal attract the holes. So the positive terminal attract the free electrons in the end region moving away from the junction. So these holes are also moving away from the junction, and these electrons are also moving away from the junction. As electrons and holes both move away from the junction, both are moving away from the junction, hence the depletion region width get increased. So this creates more positive ions and hence more positive charge in N region and more negative ions in the P region. So this is because the applied voltage helps the barrier potential. Okay. So what happens here? The N region, from the N region, and this is the P region. Here the holes and the electrons are moving away from the junction due to the P type is connected to the negative terminal and the N type is connected to the positive terminal. So here what happens? They are moving away from the junction and hence the depletion region gets widened, right? So here the important point here is the reverse biasing increases the width of the depletion region. Width of the depletion region. So reverse biasing increases the width of the depletion region. So here I have already told you, reverse biasing means connecting the positive terminal to the negative positive, that means P region to the negative terminal of the battery, N region to the positive terminal of the battery is nothing but reverse biasing the diode. So whenever the PN junction is connected in the reverse biased, the negative terminal of the battery attracts the holes and the positive terminal attract the free electrons. So here what happens? The electrons and the holes are moving away from the junction. No charge carriers are there. So the immobile negative ions and the immobile positive ions are created here, but no charge carriers are there. The charge carriers are moving away from the junction. Yes?
Ma'am, your voice is good.
The reverse current is flowing due to the minority charge carriers and hence it is very small in number. Reverse current is always very small. So next, so any doubts in this? So let me draw the graph. How does the forward characteristics of the diode look like? So in this way it is a voltage, or we can say voltage measured in volts, and in this it is current, IF we call in milliamps, MA, milliamps. On the y-axis it is current, on the x-axis it is voltage. Okay, so in this way the graph look like this. So this is O point, this is P point, and E point, This is F point. This point, P point, is known as a knee. C. This is D. Okay. Now let me explain this forward characteristics. This is a graph, delta F, delta IF, delta IF. So the response of the PN junction is indicated with the help of this characteristics, and this characteristics is known as VI characteristics. Why? Because we have two parameters, voltage and current. Voltage on the x-axis, current on the y-axis. It is known as VI characteristics of the PN junction. It is the graph of the voltage applied across the PN junction and current flowing through the PN junction. So this graph indicates the applied voltage to the PN junction, and when I apply voltage, what is the current value in the PN junction diode, the current flow in the PN junction diode. So this shows this forward biased characteristics of the diode. So the applied voltage V is applied across the diode and it is known as VF. The current flowing in the circuit is forward current. It is forward current, forward current. So whenever I apply some voltage to the PN junction, that time some current flows, and that current is a forward current in the forward characteristics of the PN junction. Okay, so when I apply voltage to the device or the PN junction diode, that time some current flows in the PN junction, that is known as IF. And this graph of forward current against the forward voltage VF across the diode is known as forward characteristics of the PN junction. I repeat, this graph of forward current IF against the forward voltage VF across the diode is called forward characteristics of the diode. Now let us assume the forward characteristics basically divided into two parts, that is region O to P. So as long as the VF is less than the cut-in voltage V gamma, as long as the VF is less than V gamma, that is barrier potential, as long as the applied voltage is less than the V gamma cut-in voltage, the current flowing is very small. You can see here the current flow is very small whenever the cut-in voltage is lesser than the barrier voltage. Current flow is very small. Practically it is almost current flow is zero. So current is represented as I, right? Current flow is zero. It is from O to P, region O to P, almost whenever the applied voltage is VF is less than V gamma, that is barrier potential, the current flow is very small, it is almost equal to 0. Next, region from P to Q. So here there is a Q point. Region from P to Q. So what happens in this? When the VF is increases greater than V gamma, the width of the depletion region goes on reducing. Here in the forward bias, the width of the depletion region goes on reducing. So as VF exceeds or VF applied voltage is more than the cut-in voltage, the depletion region becomes very thin and the current increases suddenly. You can see that the current increases suddenly, right? So there is an exponential current increase in the exponential form, right? So the point P, after which the forward current, this point, after which the forward current starts increasing exponentially, is called knee of the curve. It is known as knee of the curve. This is the cut-in voltage point. So whenever the applied voltage is less than the cutting voltage, the current flow is very small. It is equal to 0. Whenever the cut-in voltage increases than the barrier potential V gamma, so what happens? There is a sudden increase in the current. There is sudden increase in the current. So current start increasing exponentially, and where because of that, and in forward characteristics, current increases exponentially when the applied voltage is greater than the V gamma. So this is about the forward characteristics. So here the reverse characteristics, this shows the reverse biased characteristics, that is reverse characteristics. So this is known as a reverse saturation current. So this point, this is known as I naught, and it is known as reverse saturation current. Here we have voltage, here we have current. So current is negative, hence it is the third quadrant. It is in the third quadrant. The reverse voltage applied across the diode VR. Reverse voltage is applied while the current is flowing in the reverse direction, that is IR, reverse current. R stands for reverse. Voltage also is a reverse. So the reverse voltage across the diode is VR, while the current flowing is the reverse current IR, flowing due to the minority charge carriers. So this is a graph of IR against VR, and it is called reverse characteristics of the diode. So because of the polarity reversing of the battery applied, and it is opposite to that of the forward voltage. Hence in practice, the reverse voltage is taken as negative. Similarly, reverse saturation current is due to the minority carriers, and it is also opposite to the forward current. Hence, reverse saturation current is also taken as negative. Hence, the reverse characteristics is plotted in the third quadrant. Voltage is also reverse, current is also reverse, opposite to that of the forward. So, reverse current and the reverse voltage. So we can see that as the reverse voltage is increased, reverse current also increases. See here, the voltage is increased, the current also increases initially, but after certain voltage the current remains constant. You can see the current remains constant and constant equal to the reverse saturation current I naught. This value I naught, it is equal. As and now you increase the voltage, now the current starts increasing to certain point and it remains constant. So that is equal to the I naught reverse saturation current. Even if you increase the voltage, current does not increase. It remains constant. So we have a point A here. The point A is where the breakdown occurs and reverse current increases rapidly, and it is known as knee of the reverse characteristics. Okay. This is about the reverse characteristics.